As an artist, you're constantly picturing things in your mind. How would I draw this movie scene I saw? What sort of shape can I simplify this tree into? But do any of the artists out there have things randomly pop into their heads? Entire scenes and vivid imagery, perhaps a fully rendered character or a stunning design for an alien or a dragon. Is this what people mean when they say the mind's eye? I've had this happen a couple times now, and it's weird. I've taken to trying to write them down, like my dreams, and I've even drawn two of them. A lot of times, they don't turn out exactly as my mind envisioned, simply because it's constantly changing. I try to remember a detail, and it's like looking into a weird AI image that's constantly regenerating. I also changed some design details to make it look better, I suppose. For instance, the picture I'm drawing here, she had short hair and glasses when I pictured her, and her study had much more of warm-toned wood. But as I tried to grasp the details and make the colors work, I decided a fantasy-looking sci-fi setup would look better, and I took away her hair. But I kept the general construction of the scene I saw in my mind. I am curious as to how my original vision might have looked like, but I'm honestly quite proud of this one. Once these images appear, and once I've popped up to furiously write them into my phone, I then proceed to lay down and think about them a bit. Who was this person? What sort of world are they from? Why did it suddenly appear? It's a mystery, but it's fun. As I was drawing, it sort of occurred to me different threads or stories that could have gone on with this scene that I'm looking at. Maybe something Star Wars-y or other land fantasy, maybe something on the moon or something like that. But I don't know. All I remember is that I was looking at a young female character in a study writing something. And behind her were two large, tall windows, and the Earth was shining through. Rather than a fake planet, it was the Earth, so this insinuates she's on some other planet. But also the Earth is very, very big. Maybe she's, like I said, on the moon, but even then, the moon, if she was on the moon, it wouldn't look this close. The Earth would be rather far. I also had a couple troubles with her clothes and the designs. I had to look up a couple inspiration things online, mostly because I can't remember what I saw. I remember she had rather big sleeves. In what first flashed into my mind, she had large sleeves, very classic wizard robe-esque looking, as if she was in a very traditional study of a traditional wizard study made of wood with old books and scrolls, literally just thrown out in the middle of space, and she's kind of chilling there. It would be cool, though, if she was a part of the Star Wars universe. Maybe she's some sort of employee writing things about this new Earth, or this new planet they've stumbled upon, that they're desperately trying not to drag into their war. And she's writing things about the people found on them. I don't know. I feel like she would work better in an alternate universe, not a Star Wars universe, but her own separate thing. Maybe she's some sort of deity, some sort of otherworldly being, just working on her studies of magic or something like that. I also tried to add what I originally saw, the short hair and the glasses, but what put me off was the fact that I draw a lot of short-haired girls, and I was like, she's not gonna stand out, she's not gonna be one in a million, you know? So I took away the hair because I was like, your head shape kind of fire. And I kept that. And instead of adding the glasses, which I liked the look of the glasses, but I gave her too many pointy ends. I don't think she would have looked good in rounded glasses. I tried sharp glasses and I tried round glasses, and neither of them looked very good, so I settled for her eyes glowing, because in the original vision, she had like blotted out eyes because of the glasses, like the anime trope where the glasses are kind of shining so bright you can't see the eyes underneath. I also, as you'll see later on, added some tattoos to her body. Some white marks, which I don't know why. I think I just started adding white on, like, I was thinking, what if she had white eyebrows? Well, what if she had white eye makeup or eyelashes? And then it kind of evolved from there. And I like it. I like how it looks. It definitely kind of plays on the whole deity, strange person, creature. And I also wanted her to stand out from the background a lot. I wanted to be most of the color in the room, I wanted to be from the earth. Like that's the only variation of color, and I wanted her to stand out as being lighter than the background. So I really struggled with the values of it. And it was very fun. I have never poured as much time before in a background as I did on this. I added details, little dots, little things, probably too much, but I've never pushed myself to add such a detailed background. And I wanted to try. I wanted to make it look neat. Yes, I did kind of cheat with the symmetry tool a lot, but I couldn't make the desk perfectly symmetrical without it. And all I pictured were 2 large bookshelves and 2 windows and a large desk. That's kind of it. I kind of had to make up what was on the desk, like cluttered scrolls and books and little terrariums filled with samples of things. I wonder if she's sort of into that stuff, like she has those little decorative samples from things she's collected or places she's studied before, you know? I also, later on, added some little light beams to make the things float in their containers. I was quite proud of it. Quite proud of it. And I made up all the little runes, too, on the backs of the books. Kind of stinks. I wanted to keep the background monochromatic, well, mostly in grays and whites and blacks, because I wanted the earth to really stand out as this bright thing full of color and life and things like that. But I had to add a little bit of blue. I remember picturing, when it first came into my mind, I pictured blue. There was blue everywhere, so I had to add a little bit of blue in places. And as I was looking up references for like sci-fi pens and things like that, I saw some designs that had like little blue dots glowing on them, and I was like, yeah, that's exactly the vibe I'm going for. I don't know why, I don't know how, but that's the one. It's very interesting. I also, in my Discord server, which I'll try to add in the description, I posted another one of my drawings that just kind of flashed into my mind as I was going to bed. I wasn't even thinking anything along the lines of what popped into my head, but it's this little kid sitting on his knees on a hill as knives and swords just kind of flew out at him. And he wasn't doing anything, he was just staring. And his eyes were glowing, and there were these beams of jagged energy kind of coming from his head and eyes almost, as though he was stopping the swords from hitting him or something. Have you ever had this happen to you? If so, I'd absolutely love to hear just what appeared in your mind's eye in the comments. It might inspire some drawings.